Hi, welcome to Casey Crawls. I'm Casey, and this is my channel. On this channel, you'll be able to follow along on our off-road adventures, shop time, campfire time, and sometimes just horsing around. If you enjoy the videos, please like and subscribe so you'll know when I post a new adventure. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Hey YouTubes, welcome to another episode of Casey Crawls. Hey, on this episode what we're going to do is you're going to follow along as I replace the spare shaft that I put in the crawler while we were up in Hot Springs for the fire and ice. I broke the long side of a 10 factory shaft. I've talked to you a little bit before about 10 factory and my experience with their warranty. All I can tell you is thumbs up. Those guys are great. If you're looking for chromoly shafts, I would look no further than 10 factory. They're relatively affordable and they really do stand behind their warranty. So I broke that shaft. I have a spare, which is a stock inner, Dana 60 inner, and it's a chromoly Yukon outer with a spicer joint. So that got me through the rest of the weekend as much as I could, because it was a soupy, nasty, wet, cold weekend. So I was actually kind of pleased to get out of there with just that. But I've since got the replacement shaft, and you're going to see as I go through and swap the broken one out for the new one. And then we'll slide that chromoly shaft back in the crawler and we'll be ready for the trail. Thanks, and stay tuned. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that other good YouTube stuff, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Okay, so here is the broken axle shaft on my workbench here. And you'll see the long side that East Coast Gear Supply sent me. Man, let me tell you, look at that thing. That thing is broke clean through, totally twisted. It's pretty rough. So, that is the broken shaft. That is the new shaft. And now we have got to get this separated. So I'm going to get busy getting this U-joint separated from that broken shaft, and we'll get things put back together, and we'll be on the trail in no time. You know, I can't stand doing these U-joints. It's just brute force is what it takes to get these things apart. So I didn't make much headway with the socket and the hammer. Spray a little WD-40 on there, see if it works. It doesn't. I had to put it in the press, but eventually I got it separated and I got the new shaft installed. You know, it's been a while since I've taken that knuckle apart and pulled those shafts out, but you know, I had enough practice when I put this buggy together and it came back to me. So I guess it's like riding a bicycle. Here I am inspecting the spare shaft, about to put the new one back in. Okay guys, so what I've got is, if you remember from the Arkansas trip, I ended up breaking the long side of my Dana 60 front axle on Ingrid's Revenge. So I had a spare. On my spare, the inner is a stock inner, the outer is a chromoly Yukon outer with just a spicer joint. So the shafts that I've had in here for like the past 8 years plus are 10 factory, and they say 10 because they provide a 10-year warranty. I had no idea if that was going to work out or not. Believe it or not, I still had the invoice when I originally bought them. So I called him up and said, here's the deal. I broke this shaft up in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and he asked for a picture of it. Sent him a picture, verified my mailing address, and he had it shipped out, and the next week I got it. So what I'm doing now is I just pulled the spare shaft out, and now I'm going to go ahead and put the new chromoly shaft in. And who knows, hopefully I get another 8 years out of this joker. So we'll see. Let's see if we can get this thing back together. Did it work? Went right in. All right, let's see if I can remember how to put this joker back together. So if you haven't gone to Northern Tool in a while, I'd recommend going, because these gloves were like $3. And what I like about them is they're thin and you can feel little nuts and bolts and stuff in them. So yeah, I really recommend going and getting some. All right, so we're just about done getting this. New shaft in there. There we go. Nate's bringing me some sodas and water. The camera. I'm talking to the YouTubes. You want to come say hi?
Yeah.
Come on, come say hi. Look, right there. Say hi, YouTubes.
Hi.
See, look right there. Say hi, YouTubes.
Hi, YouTube.
You goofy. Hey guys, so appreciate you watching this episode of Casey Crawls. It's a lot of hard work. I think I hit my hand at one point. I don't think that was on camera, fortunately, but I got a few battle scars from changing out that axle shaft. There's a couple scenes that I forgot to get footage of, but you kind of get the idea of what we went through. So we are ready to go. I'm gonna get the crawler cleaned up. I may even have some new tires to put on it. Somebody is loaning me some tires just to test out, so stay tuned for that in a future episode. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. Our next trip, we're taking off March the 4th at, oh my goodness, it's early. And we're gonna hit the mega run up at Barnwell Mountain Recreation Area. It is one of 2 parks owned by the Texas Motorized Trails Coalition. So if you're familiar with it, you know how great the TMTC is to further our sport in the state of Texas. If you don't, search on the internet for Texas Motorized Trails Coalition and come visit one of the parks. We've got one in East Texas, and we got one towards South Texas, just outside of a little town called Ozona. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the trail. Thank you.